what's up? Alright, sounds good. Julian Avia, got some beats going. Let's see, make sure all my levels look good. Hit up that. Alright, what's up? Welcome back. We are doing another Apex Legends Print and Play today. We have version 2 over here on our... Oh, it's not live. Fix that. We have version 2 over there on our 3D printer. Let's see if that's changing. Alright, sorry, hold on. We're going to just do some live troubleshooting here. As you can see, my 3D printer cam is not working. That is an iPhone on a tripod that is airplaying into this PC. I'm using software called Lonely Screen, and it is not happening. So, we're going to try this again. We're going to turn off airplane. Back to our screen. Alright, let's launch this up. Tell me how we look. Alright, looking good. Now we'll pull up the camera, and that is live. Awesome. So, we are good to go there. Now, as you can see, version 2 is on our printer, and let's pull up what version 2 is all about. So that would be on Tinkercad, and we made some changes to version 1. One being that the games, you couldn't read them. Number 2, we went to the hinge design. So hold on, let me, how do we do this? Let's do that real quick. Not about ready to give everyone my login information, so let's pull this over right here, and let's pull these up. Okay, so we can go back to here. So version 1, so you can see, was the lift-off box that the games went in. I have version 1 right over here. Version 1 turned out very good. And as you can see, the top lifts off, and inside of it are the games. And as you can see, what we changed was that you really can't see the games as you stack a bunch of them in here. All you can see is kind of the word Nintendo, right? So what we did was we went back here to Tinkercad, and we lowered it down, so now the games you should be able to read. Then we also changed it to a hinged design that Johnny O had modeled, instead of the lift-off design, just to check that one out too. So, and let's pull up our 2 models that we're using here. So we are using the Death Box from Johnny O 85, and it comes in a few versions. Lift-off, hinge, and we are using the game holder from EasyCade 2100, and so that is a very well done Switch game holder. But of course, as you can see, you can just see the word Nintendo. So we lowered it so you could see the game, so we remixed that a little bit, and that looks like this. And so that is what is on the printer. So we're gonna pull that off, and we're gonna check that out, check our dimensions, make sure the hinge works, make sure the game fits, and go from there. We are gonna get the printer going, turned on, get the bed ready, and then that way if we need to print a version 3, it'll be ready to go. And we may try doing it at a different setting, or maybe some different filament or something like that if it turns out really good. So we can have it out by our television where our Switch is at. So let's pull up a little bit of Apex Legends. And I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna get the laptop ready and the 3D print pulled off the bed. So let's do that. Let's see, we might be able to get both of them in there right here. So I'm gonna pull up Kura. There it is. Actually, what I'm gonna do is just quit out of it and start it back up. I'm gonna go back to here so I can log in. Okay, so let's get signed in there. Let's pull that back up. Let's get that going. So I'm going to fire up the Lulzbot here. We're using the Lulzbot Mini. And again, we are using that with their free software, which is Kura, the Lulzbot edition. So in the meantime, oh, you know what we do need to do? We need to make sure our music is not playing anymore. Again, that was Julian Avia, one of my favorites. I'm going to pop him off. And let's get back to some Apex. Alright, again, if you are in Apex Legends or want to play, check out Multiverse, which is my name here on Twitch, is the same in the game. And let's join up and try to get some wins. And I do have an Apex pack, which is sweet. We'll open one of those. And we'll just, I got some new stuff here, I guess. And so we'll fire that up. First, I want to make sure that this is ready. So we're going to pull up the print job in just 1 second here. So let's face that back down. I'm going to connect to the Lulzbot. Alright, we're all connected. So give me 1 second. Let's get a game or two, depending on how hot we drop. And then we'll head back over to pull off our print, see how it checks out. Alright, so let's do this. Can you hear that? Let's check. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting red there. Let's turn that gain down a little bit on our Yeti here. Let's try that. Hopefully that's a little better. Not popping into the red. Okay. We got Queen out. And Afto Raqueta. Alright. Are we gonna play that Pathfinder?
I just polished my grapple.
This fight will result in death for the weak. So be it.
We're in this together. Remember that.
Which is cool. We played with it Gibraltar in about.
I thought your name was Avocado at first.
This is your
It
champion.
does look like that.
Pain, death, nothing phases me.
Alright, where are we going? Oh, we gotta pick up kind of anything here.
This landing area will prove beneficial.
Hot drop.
Never mind. I suggest this landing location.
Let's see what happens. Here we go. We got this.
After Raketa says. After Raketa says.
Language.
Wait.
Get ready. Moving up.
After Raketa says. Do a dryer at drop. After Raketa says. Well, too late now.
Alright, we got this. Here we go.
Independent verified.
Jesus.
We're down.
Oh, he left. That's janky. I'm headed up. This dude's going D. 3, 2.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader.
Alright.
Kill leader eliminated.
We got this. Definitely better than an RE. Some shields here. There we go.
Recharging shield.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
No kill leader. I must confess, that's what I long for.
Alright, my guy's down below. That's good. I mean, I guess I can use one of those. See him there. Alright, bud, where are we going?
Line deployed.
How much on the bones with me? Oh, I thought that would work out better. There it is.
Taking fire.
Let's see where that came from. There's a guy getting dropped off.
Gas trap deployed. I have a subject in view.
Let's keep going this way.
I need health.
This hasn't been opened yet. Wow, come on. Other stuff from someone here.
I am down. Firing.
So I was gonna catch him coming down the stairs. Up top, up top. Good try, man. Good game.
Now you see me.
Dang it. I thought I'd catch him going down the stairs, grab him, shot from behind. Anyways, shoot. 16. All right. Boo. Let's leave this match. Okay. We can't end on that. Let's go. One more here. We got this. Okay. Avocado. Good try. Rorona Zorro. Stanley Ipkiss. Alright. Here we go. Well, we get to be Jump Master. That's awesome.
Lock and load, rinse, repeat. It's that simple.
Sure. Take blood loads.
Your father. This is my favorite part.
Alright. Perfect. 0% drop frames today. Last time we streamed, we were getting a bunch of drop frames. We're streaming at about 6
is your champion.
megabytes per second.
I'd
60
watch out for my
megabytes.
squad if I
And
was
it's
you.
using 27% of our CPU.
I'm the jump master. I won't
Not
let
bad.
you down. Except by falling.
Alright.
I say we land here.
Let's go airbase or runoff. would be as crazy as Skull Town. Be close enough. And we'll see what airbase looks like, and then we'll do a runoff.
Here we go. It's a long drop. Fun.
Pretty lonely here. That's good. We're gonna hit this on the runway. Alright, blue armor to start off. Blue helmet to start off.
Round 1. Beginning the countdown.
Alright, there's anyone over there?
First blood on the enemy.
Nope. Good. Don't need to go double flatline. How about a triple ticker along the
Helmet here. Level 2.
A little bit of an extended mag squeeze and a scout. Good. Alright. It's not a bad way to start off.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Ammo up.
Alright, 3 thermites.
Using grapple.
Let's go up here, let him have that.
R301 here.
Ooh,
I need it.
got it.
Here I go.
Oh, you're killing me.
Might be something good this way.
That's, yeah, let's hit up. Runoff. Just like mini water treatment. Or large water treatment, probably. Oh. There's been people here.
This place has seen activity.
Be careful, guys. There's already a little bit going on.
Tango spotted.
Heard that. Contact with hostile.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill lead. Enemy in sight. Firing. Throwing Arc Star. Spot. Double time. Loading.
Grenade.
Off the mic. Front.
Damage.
Go down. Reloading.
Throwing arc.
Reloading. Whole unit KIA.
Damn, I'm good.
Nice.
R99 here. R301 here. Taking a moment to heal.
There it is. All right.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Extended heavy mag. Level 2.
Movement in progress.
Med kitty. Shield cell here.
We are in
Cancel that.
Taking a
Med
knee.
kit here.
Patching up.
Optics here. Sniper.
I need shotgun ammo. Taking a knee. Patching up.
Alright.
Give me a sec. Recharging shield.
Ooh, gold. Nice.
Attention.
Gold
Delivering
stabilizer.
care package.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Now I'm gonna go check
Optics here.
out.
Mid-range.
How far can I get this? Not worth it. Alright, I'm gonna go check out this. Good. No one's been here. Perfect.
Shotgun ammo here.
Shotgun ammo here.
I need it.
Don't need that many of those. I already have that, right? Yeah. Alright, 313 bullets. I'll probably end up using
Backpack here.
about
Level 2.
20 of those. But we're good. Alright.
Following a path here for the extended light mag here.
There.
Level 3.
Already got that. Alright. Ooh, he's gonna get that. Nice.
Backpack here. Level 3.
Thanks.
Dibs.
Okay. Now we push our way in, and we just take out homies as we go. Maybe I can set up a long
Round
zip
2.
line.
Beginning ring countdown.
Ready to fly on a zip line.
Supply
I
ship
am.
inbound.
Grappling.
Okay. Oh boy. We got the ship landing. And the supply bin right there. I think we should check this out. Looks pretty empty. Then we can go over to that ship over to the left there. When it touches down. I'm assuming it's going to anchor ship right there on the edge. Someone's, no, not someone's here maybe.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
Alright. Got perps on my 301. Oh.
Loot tick here.
You got that stand. And there's the mega ship coming in. Alright.
Helmet here.
I'm gonna get some high ground.
I can use that.
And
Let's go this way.
set up for some snipes.
Line deployed.
I do not see Or here. Anybody.
Attention, the champion has been eliminated.
Champion out.
Supply ship over there. Forget that.
I was just trying to say there's gold up on there towards me. Top floor at the front. Yeah, there you go.
Body shields here. Level 3.
Dibs.
Man, we got that
Standard stock here. Level 2.
Warning.
whole ship to
In
ourselves.
progress.
Energy ammo here.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
We're doing great. Only 2 other squads remain.
Jeez, oh Pete's.
Attention, delivering care package.
Incoming care package. I love loot. Setting up a zip line.
Dust storm. Got a couple options here.
Here I go.
Extended light magazine here. Level 3. Ammo up. Only one squad left. It's gonna get loud.
Alright, guys.
Your kill leader.
We gotta get
Oh,
this.
spotted him.
Beginning ring countdown.
We gotta get this.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Grappling.
Come on, guys. Here we go.
Care package over here.
Man. Any of that? Take that.
Giving my shields a recharge. Enemy spotted.
Let's go this way.
Calling
Never
upon
mind.
nature's status.
Heard that.
Enemy over there.
Solid copy.
Setting up a zip line.
Cut off that angle.
Hostile spotted.
Putting lead down range.
I am taking cover, friends.
Damn it!
I am down.
Sorry, guys.
Knocking at the door. You'll be all right. I gotcha.
Thank you. Recharging shields.
Hostile spotted. Frag out.
Frag out. Frag out.
Give me a sec. Recharging shields.
Taking a moment to recharge my...
Smoke out.
Taking a moment to heal.
Hostile over there. Never mind.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Fire!
I'm taking fire.
Frag out. Frag out. Reloading.
I am taking fire, friend.
Tango down.
Reloading. I'm repairing. I have been down.
Man, I'm terrible.
Contact with hostile.
Get him, guys, get him. Yes! Oh, you guys are awesome. Good game.
3DX2Y says. GG. Multiv 3RSE says.
Carried. I got totally
GG.
carried. I don't care. Champion. That's right.
You are the
Hell yeah,
Apex
nice work,
champions.
Oh, man. Whew. Let's take a picture of that. Print that screen. Nice. Oh, man. Well, it's on stream. That's perfect. That's cool. Alright. Now, I'm not going to say my play was any good. I'm just have fun with this game. I'm not pro. So, holy crap. Alright. That's awesome. Alright. Okay. Let's open this Apex pack and then we'll get to work on our 3D print and we'll go from there. Wow, that was awesome. Gold, purple, gold, purple, gold, gold, purple. Cool. Alright, let's see what we got on the Mastiff. Sure, I see that once a month. Let's see. Well, I have the Ladybug on my R301. No, I do not want Sunfire. Alright, awesome. So, I'm going to do a few things here. Let's exit out to the desktop. That was awesome. And I like to always pull up Paint 3D. And let's paste that in. And let's save as. We'll call it Champ Apex P Print and Play. Awesome. And we're going to actually save this one right on the desktop. Cool. And we don't need to save that. And let's minimize that. And let's pull that up. All right. So we can get these off. That was awesome. What we're going to do now is pull off the version 2. Make sure the game fits. We're going to try out that hinge mechanism that Johnny 085 modeled in. And we're going to go from there. So I'm going to switch over to the big one there. Let's see if it's still live. Awesome. Now this one here should be easy to pop off. This one we can usually just kind of pop off there. That popped off pretty good. Of course, there's some artifacts here, so we're just going to cut those off. As you can see, there's a few things in here in the hinge. And of course, we have our supports. And we can rip those supports. As you can see, these are the supports right here that were holding up the hinges, because the hinges obviously had to float over it. And then we're going to just slowly unwrap the very small supports from that. So there we go. And as you can see, the game bed is much lower, so we should be able to see our games. Alright, so we're going to take this and we're going to put that over here. And now, what has been the hardest part, and that is popping off this lid. And what I have is I have this, I got this from Micro Center. This is a sort of spatula thing, but the part I like about it is it's super flat, right? Not like a paint scraper or something where the handle is not flat with the blade. So as you can see, this is absolutely perfect. So we're gonna pop this off and check that out. Okay. All right, that went much easier, only because this corner, as you can see, kind of lifted off, unfortunately. So that means, you know, our settings probably need some work as far as the print settings, the speeds and temperatures and things like that. But it's a good prototype to make sure. And as you can see, there's these little hinge mechanisms on here, which is awesome. And there's a spot for your nameplate in there if you want. And of course, he's got the little hinges and buckles and latches modeled in as well. So Johnny O did an awesome job. And now these are the supports. We're going to remove those by popping those out. And last time to pop those out, we used some pliers. So we're going to grab some of our needle nose and pliers here, and a flathead screwdriver. See if we can't pop those out. All right. So we are going to just kind of loosen those up and start pulling those out. And I'm going to just sort of, got me. Good thing I am wearing safety glasses. Always wear safety glasses. Do not take your vision for granted. You're going to want to have your eyes for a very long time. So always use safety glasses when you're working with tools. As you can see right there, that piece just popped right off into my face. And luckily, okay, and what I'm doing is I'm taking pliers here. You know, I need this cam to float over to my workbench so I can show you this easier. But anyways, what I'm doing is I'm taking pliers and I'm sort of popping these supports out, right? And so off comes that support. As you can see, that bed is there. There's just a little bit left. We can just pop that out with our hands. There's some support material in here and in here. So we're going to pull that out as well. And that is probably best done using a screwdriver. So we're going to take the screwdriver in there and sort of pop that out. As you can see, that comes out. This one is in much rougher shape. And that one has proven to be a little tough. Need to set it on something real quick here. There we go. Okay. And as you can see, I've popped that one out. And there we go. Now, let's move our camera here. And what we can do is perhaps move that straight down. That way we can check out this hinge mechanism here. As you can see, there's some bits in there we need to take care of. So let's take care of those. Alright. And again, I'm going to just work those out. Work those out. Right there. Looks like we got a bit right here. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, now, first, let's check the Switch game. So we're going to come over here. And, of course, that works awesome. And as you can see now, you can see the name of the game. And so as those games are stacked in there, there should be enough room. In fact, I'll go get a second game and see what that looks like. Okay, now, we're going to pop in a few games here. And just notice that I can easily look and see what games are what. So we have Zelda, Smash Brothers, Pokemon, and of course, Mario Kart. So, those look good. You can hold 6 games. I have, I believe, 5 games that are physical. So that's all I needed. So now we're going to try this hinge mechanism. And what this should do is these need to pop in here. And it's going to fold over, right? So I'm going to bring this back here. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. And then on cam here, we are going to try to do this. Let's see if we can't bring this down. Let's get our games out of here. And what it looks like should happen, there's some little notches. And so it should sort of click in like that and then fold over. So again, let's... Oh! No way, this is awesome. All right. Let's just wear it in a little bit. Oh, and it looks like I broke my hinge up here. And that is my fault, probably. Because these print settings probably could have been a little more robust. And maybe what I might do is flip the lid over when I print it again. And see if it prints better flipped up. Because these hinges, as you can see... Well, nah, I'll do it over here. The hinges, as you can see, are on this first layer, right? And so when it's printing like this, upside down, right? The hinges here are on the very first layer. As you can see, it's kind of like really gunked up in there, you know? Those first layers are always really tricky. And even this side of the bed is a little janky. So when it went to close, what's happening is right there. So that just means that I just need to encourage it to come down. And let's pop off some of these burrs in here. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, obviously we need to make our... Two things we need to do is we need to increase the detail on the print. You have 3 main settings, which is on Cura, which is high detail, standard, and high speed, which is low detail. And we just use standard, just right in the middle. So we could see the good detail of the modeling that they did on their objects, but it took 7 hours instead of 14, right? And so I'm thinking what we can probably do is work a little bit on our settings and get this much better. But that was a very satisfying pop when that went in there. Yeah, because now what we also probably should have done is ran a tool through the holes in these hinges real quick to clean those out as well. And I'm guessing if you go over here to his website, probably tells you to do that. Okay. No, it just said would suggest supports and glue for latch. Maybe to pop that in there. Okay, anyways, that turned out very well. Oh, and there's some cool makes in here. Oh yeah, look how we popped in his... Oh, that's pretty sweet. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Printed, that's an interesting material. Oh, maybe that's just 2 different shades of PLA. Oh, that one looks sanded down a little, because you can see the colors kind of on that, right? And let's see, we got another one here. This one done in black. Sort hinge out so they don't break. Yeah. Well, we're going to try 2 things. Number 1, we're going to try to do a little bit better job on the detail. We're going to run like a drill bit through these holes to clean those out really good. And we're also going to take some care on the hinge and make sure that that is all cleaned up almost perfect in these 2 spots right here. So that can go. But I'd say we are like 90% there. We just have 2 little things we need to clean up. And they're not even design issues. They're just issues we need to take care of over on the Cura on the print software. And of course, we can pop off some of these more supports here and clean this up a little better. But man, yeah, you can see just even in here, just how junky that side of the print came out. Like gross. I mean, that is really janky. So that's 100% my printer, not the model itself. The model is done awesome. But let's just pop in our games and make sure that the lid closes. We're going to put a game in the very middle, the very front, and the back, so we get all the different angles it may be. And we're going to shut this. Okay, and it looks like I made it a little too short because obviously the games all fall out when it moves around. So we do need some design stuff. Let's pull that up a little bit. Let's see if we can't get an idea of about how much. Yeah, that one didn't move around. Let's try this again. Let's go. Well, it didn't fall out that time. But there is still a lot of movement. It wouldn't hurt to go back and just pop that up another millimeter or 2. You know what I just noticed is this is reversed. I need to flip it. Oh, that's way better. That's way better. How did I not notice that? Okay. Oh, it's way better. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm shaking them, I'm going, and they're not falling out. Oh, one did that time. So, you know, it's safe to just raise it up probably another 2 millimeters just to do it. And we'll print that out and we'll get another Apex game. Can't promise it's going to be another championship game. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. And also, thanks for everyone. We're verging on 50 minutes. I'm having a lot of fun. Hopefully you are too. Playing some games, doing some printing, learning about some things. And this is just the beginning, like I said. So make sure you check out, we have a YouTube channel where I'm putting up the time lapses of these. We have a website, MV3 Studios, where you can go check out information about us and all of our projects. And of course, this Twitch page where all of my videos are going to be living. And this is kind of where we started because we love video games and we love making and creating, and we're just starting here. I have a bunch of projects lined up over there on the workbench. I have a bunch of ideas of things we're going to do. So I want to thank you for hanging out and checking out this channel. And of course, let me know if there's anything you want to see printed, any games you want to see played, anything you want to learn about, anything you want me to help you with. So, and as the studio grows and we have more creators and more artists, more musicians, this channel is just going to be mega busy. So thank you. All right, so what we need to do is pull up our design here. And here's our design. And one thing we need to do is sort of extend this further up, right? Because as our game cartridge is in here, it's falling out. And what I'm going to do is turn this into a hole so you can see that's where it lives right now. But I believe we need to pop it up just a tad. Because it's not necessarily the height of the carrier. It's the distance between the bottom of the cartridge, right, and the top of the lid. Because when it's closed, there's that shake there. So even if we raise up the cartridge holder, as far as the height of it, that's not going to matter. What we need is its position to be raised up so the floor of it is that much higher. Sorry if that was so confusing. So we're going to go over here, and you'll notice we have this little black arrow. And this black arrow, when you click on it, will let you raise it up and down, right? And so what we need to do, I'm going to undo that, is we need to raise it up just, I'm going to say 2 millimeters, all right? And by doing that, now it's okay, it'll print supports. It's not going to be anchored very well in there, though, is it? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a temporary floor underneath it. So we're going to pull a box out. All right, and we're going to make sure that box sits between the ground and our object. Awesome. Oh, let's get our red box back here. And I'm just going to raise it up 1 more millimeter. Now we shouldn't be able to see it in there. Awesome. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to hide this for now. So we need to sort of add this bottom on. Alright, we can make that a hole to help us see that. So we're going to grab our red piece here. And we're going to pull it over. Right? And pull it here. There we go. And we can get a bit more exact. We can do that. We can do that. Perfect. And perfect. Okay. So we sort of added a floor to our game holder here. That way it's not floating above the death box and needing to build a layer of supports between the death box and the game holder. Then the game holder is going to be easy if it gets knocked just right or you go in to grab a game. It's possible those supports aren't meant to be permanent, so the game holder will just pop out at that point, right? And we don't want that. So we have built this sort of floor for it. And now let's bring back our death box and let's make that a solid. Now, as you can see, our floor is kind of sticking through. All right, and that's okay, because we're just going to bring our floor up to right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, and we're going to turn this back into a solid. And there it is. Now, what we did was we raised our game holder up 2 millimeters. And just to picture what 2 millimeters is, let's pull out our calipers here. And let's turn that on. All right, here's our calipers. And we're going to turn that to 2 millimeters. All right. And there is 2 millimeters. So, what that means when it comes to a Switch game is we're going to raise the floor of that game up that much more, right? Maybe down here on my shirt it'll be easier to tell. Anyways, you get the idea. 2 millimeters looks like very, very tiny. So that's what we're going to raise up the floor of our Switch game by that much. Right? Okay. Let's turn that off. Again, if you don't have a pair of calipers, I cannot stress enough how helpful they are in our projects. We are constantly needing to make precise measurements. Everything is in millimeters in this world, right? So we're constantly needing to make precise measurements, and there's nothing better than a caliper. I use a digital caliper because it's very easy to read the readout. Either way, it's almost essential when you're 3D printing and designing and making. Or you can just guesstimate everything and then go from there. Okay, so here's our Apex switch hinge. And we've got that all modeled out again. And what I like to do is add a version, we'll sort of say 2 here, right? Because this is the second version of this hinge. I guess technically this is version 3. This is more like version 2.5. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm ready to export this and get it printing on the printer. And we will also print the lid again. And this time we might flip it over so that the hinge layer... Now again, the way those hinges stick out, it'll probably need to build supports for them. So we might just want to do a better job on our sort of first layer, right? Oh boy. That's so cool. Okay, so I guess we could print 2 lids each way. Can you fit 3? We'll find out. Okay, so let's clean off this print bed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to select it all and export it. And we're going to want to use an STL, right? So we'll pop that baby down. Perfect. And again. All right. Sweet. And here's the website. And what you can do is you can go here and see that, you know, I kind of explain what I did. I've got some cool pictures. Here's pictures of the version 1 printed out, all done. I've even got the time-lapse video here, if you wanted to watch that. Sort of a picture of that. And of course, then tonight I'll go back in and add in what we just did today and some pictures of this hinge, and we'll go from there. So thank you again for joining us. Let's get this thing printing, and off we go. So I'm going to pull up Cura here. And you know what we need to do? We do need the newest version of Cura. So let's see. Okay, now we do need to do this. We are updating from a really old version of Cura on this PC. We have a much newer version on our Mac over here, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So let's go through. All right, so let's clean our cache, uninstall the old version, and install the new version. Okay, here we go. Then we'll get some print going, and we'll get another game of Apex in. And let's see how we're doing on time. All right, got some texts. So open your File Explorer. In the address bar, type %appdata%. So we're going into our File Explorer. And we are going to go into %appdata%. Chaka. Okay. Now, delete the Cura lolsbot folder, if present, by right-clicking on Cura lolsbot and selecting delete. I do not see a lolsbot. Adobe Battle Bungie. No. So we have such an old version of Cura that it hasn't even installed these folders. But let's make sure we go into our system here and uninstall our old version of Cura first. So let's find down here. There it is. Cura 2108, and we are going to uninstall that. Yes. Get out of here and finish. Sweet. All right, now, oh, by the way, Destiny 2, just downloaded it this weekend. I'm a huge Destiny 1 fan, played it a bunch, and just never got Destiny 2 because you couldn't carry your character over, and I felt like I was just redoing everything again, so I didn't play it until this weekend. And boom, like all my neurons and muscle memory fired right back up, and I was right back into it. So I love the Destiny series, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. We'll probably do a print and play on Destiny soon, so stay tuned for that. Destiny 2 is great, and it runs so good on the PC. 60 frames, awesome graphics. So, okay, we got rid of that. Now we are going to go and download the newest version, Windows. All right. There it goes down in the bottom there. It's about 30 seconds left. So let's get rid of some of these windows here. And again, you can check out my website, mv3studios.com. I've got 3 things up there right now. Not much to check out, but it'll grow. We'll start breaking it down into different podcasting, videos, 3D printing, nature, camping, driving, all of those cool things that we do. So we will grow and build this a lot. So let's clear this out. Let's go back and we have our 3 main windows here. And what we want to do is go back to Johnny O's box there. Of course, there's EasyCade's switch holder. And this is what we just did. We added that red bottom to the floor. So we brought that game holder up 2 millimeters to stop the games from shaking around as much. We also want to make sure that there's a little shake. We don't want it to like crunch on the top. So 2 millimeters I think is a good distance. And now we are going to run the lulzbot installer and import this model. Yes, you're allowed to mess with my computer. Here we go. Next. I do not need the Visual Studio. I don't think. Do I? This is quite the install process. All right. So we have that up, going. Let's pull off our tools from our 3D printer. Let's clean up all the little bits and pieces we chopped off of our model. We have a bunch of supports we need to get rid of here. Now, I did see a video. I don't know how clickbaity it is. As I was testing some things the other day, there was a video of someone who takes all of their leftover plastic junk and they melt it back down and turn it back into more filament. And I didn't get that far to see if it was any good, if it was expensive, you know, what the deal was. So let's pull this up. Get all these bits here. Let's clean this bed real good. And we're going to go get some isopropyl alcohol and clean off the bed surface. And good, we're going to fire this up and get Kura running as well. Okay, sorry about that strain. I am back. Got some isopropyl alcohol so we can clean the bed. Put this right here. Put that right there. And let's see. Oh, I don't care. Sure. Go. Make connections. I trust you. I don't agree. I understand. I do have a lulzbot Mini with the single extruder, and I do not have the graphical LCD. That is the lulzbot Deuce. And we're going to call this lulzbot Mini Multiverse. No, we better not. Sure. Probably hates numbers or something weird. Let's just call it lulzbot Mini. Add it up. Alright. And perfect. We're not going to mess with anything because it's the lulzbot version of Kura. They have literally made the exact settings that will make the printer run at its top quality. So I'm just going to say, looks good to me. And there we are. We can full screen this. There's our little Rocktopus in the middle. And we have him right here. And again, we make a bunch of prints of this and try different settings just to see what looks good, what settings work the best. And so over here you have all your settings. And we found out that this material that we use prints best when it's the verbatim version. Don't ask me. All right. Now we have this high detail, standard, high speed. And again, we've been printing everything at standard. And that, as you can see, changes how many layers there's going to be because it's a 0.25 millimeters between layers. Or if you do high detail, it's 0.14, which is almost half, twice as many layers, right? So again, when you get around details like the latches and the hinges and the things like that, technically speaking, because there's more layers, it can make the curves and all of these shapes in higher detail because it has sort of more layers to work with. So if we do this, and you're going to see it almost doubles the print time when you do that, which is fine. We're not going anywhere. But again, if you're in a hurry and you're just trying to prototype some stuff, I almost always do high speed just to get all the shapes and sizes right. And then from there, I'll go into standard or high detail depending on what it's for. So let's just show you. So we're going to start in standard and we're going to delete. Well, even, okay, take for example this this guy here, right? It says it will take 39 minutes at standard. And if we bump it up to high detail, it's going to slice it down here, right down here. An hour and 8 minutes. So it went from 40 to 70. So not exactly twice as long. Yeah, that's right. My math is right. So not exactly twice as long, but considerably longer. And so if that matters to you, that's the only reason you would probably change that. So we're going to delete this piece out. And we're going to open. We're going to go to our downloads here. And we're going to go to Hinge version 2. Of course, I sort by date modified. That should be the very first one. And we're going to open that up. And there it is. And that is the newest version. And you can tell because it's got that sort of square edge around it where we added that floor in, right? So perfect. We're going to rotate it this way. And maybe what we'll do this time is we're going to pull this to the front of the bed, right? And we'll put the lid on the back. I don't think we can fit 2 lids on here. There's no way you're fitting 3 of these things, I don't think. We'll see. So we're going to open up the lid now, which is hinged version 3. So there it is. Right? And again, what we might do is just sort of push this back in here. And what I was kind of hoping, because again, these hinges are on this very first set of layers. And the first layers are always the sort of the trickiest in 3D printing because the temperature of the bed, the speed, the amount coming out, all of the settings really show up on that first layer. And if you don't nail it, it can get kind of janky. Like you saw on our prints, had a bunch of rough edges and janky parts to it. So we're going to print this. We're going to flip those and see if maybe it's something with the bed itself. Things in the front just don't print as good as things in the back for some reason. We'll go from here. But what we're looking at now, as you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and I'll pull this up sort of in bigger detail here, is we're looking at 6 hours and 1 minute. But see, when I look down here, that's because this has to be reversed too. That's why. Transform. Flip horizontal. Okay, now when I'm looking down at, yeah, that's way better. Okay, so as you can see, it's 6 hours on standard. All right, we're gonna print this one though on high detail, and it's gonna slice that all over again. 10 hours and 44 minutes. One thing we did not do is we did not generate supports, which we need to do, or else it's going to just collapse and look stupid. So we're going to hit generate supports. So now it's going from 10 hours and 44 minutes We're going to look down here to 12 hours and 6 minutes. So that is a lot more. I'm trying to think back. It was 7 hours for the print last time with supports. So that added about 5 hours. So again, it's not double. It added about 5 hours. We did raise up the 2 millimeters and add a floor. So that's going to add a little bit of time. But all right. So we got 5 hours with the verbatim settings, which is what we found works good with this PLA. And once we lock it down, we'll probably switch to a much higher quality filament on the 3D printer and then print the final version in that. Maybe something kind of see-through or lights up or something. We'll see. Okay, so we're looking at a 12-hour and 6-minute print. And so here we go. So we can just flip over here to the monitor and we're going to hit print on that. So let's pull up this one here, and we just need to do the same thing over here. Okay, and so while we're at it, let's get a little bit of there he is. Sorry, all the keys are messed up. It's a long story, so they don't course. Anyways, let's see what we got here, bud. No, I like his original. This OG album is dope. There's a lot of really good stuff in here. Let's just play. Roll with that while I get this pulled up here. clean the bed off. So let's do that over here. Again, we're using some isopropyl alcohol and paper towels. So we'll let that down a little bit and then apply it to that. What we're looking to do is just clean off and like oils or residue, chop over fingers, tools that we used just to get a nice solid print bed. tool for that. Okay, so we are ready to hit print on this. Let's pull up our 3D printer. Here we go. So this again is the MacBook that runs the 3D printer. This is the Lulzbot version 1. So of course, I don't know if that matters. You can probably hear that in the headphones. I'll have to work on that. Okay, so what we've got now is the 3D printer is ready. Let's get our phone plugged back in so we're getting some juice to it. Alright, we got our laptop over there. We have our isopropyl alcohol that we cleaned the table with. And we're going to get this one going over here. And we're going to print via USB. And off we go. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that up here. Okay. It's gonna do its warm-up routine. So right now its target is 140 degrees Celsius. It's at 20. The bed needs to get to 60 degrees Celsius. It is at 30. So those are gonna warm up. Those are gonna get ready. It's gonna go down. It's gonna do its calibration on the 4 corners, right? Just to make sure everything is level and ready to go. And then off we go with our first layer and our first prints. Now, last time, if you'll remember, or you couldn't see, but we had the garage door open. So it was possible that there were some maybe gust and wind or temperature changes that warped those first couple layers. So hopefully with everything sort of closed up and more steady climate in here, it'll print with also those high detail settings a lot better quality. So we'll check that out. Alright, so it is at 100 on its way to 140. And again, we have the MacBook over here running Cura that is slicing it into all the layers and sending the information over to the printer. It says this is going to be a 12-hour print, 12 hours, 10 minutes. We will then get the time lapse set up so we can time lapse that for you. And from there, we will go back to Apex, get a couple more games in. And again, at 3 o'clock, we're going to probably take off. And this will be done tomorrow, and we'll go from there. And what we'll probably do is finish this up as we do our next print and play. So we're going to play a new game, we're going to design something, and go from there. And that could either be Destiny 2, which we started playing recently. I have an idea for one that's kind of a retro game. Maybe we can do some, I don't know, what else do I play a lot of? Mostly retro games, but I've been playing a ton of PUBG lately, and of course I keep up with Fortnite just to keep up with all of the challenges and items and all of that, just to have fun with that game because it's always changing. So we'll keep going. I play thousands of games. I've been playing for 30 years, so there's no lack of games to play. Okay. So as you can see now, what the printer is doing is it's going to touch all 4 corners, which, as you can see, are metal discs, and it's going to touch it with its metal head. And what that does is it lets it know just how level that bed is, right? And if it needs to make any adjustments in the software, it can decide it needs to come down or go up in certain areas because the bed, for whatever reason, is not exactly level. From either pulling parts off or it's sitting in a weird way that it's kind of, however that needs to work. We need to go over here a little bit with that. There we go. So you can see the whole thing. Okay. Now, is this going to be too close if we do that? No, just need to back that up a little bit. We can raise that up. better. We have the close-up of that. I'll pull this over. We'll watch those first couple layers go down. Then we'll flip over to some Apex. And we'll do the play part of Print and Play. Now, if you didn't catch us earlier, that was about an hour ago or so. We played one game of Apex and we were champions. We ended the game on the ground with a knockout shield. And our friends had to revive us. But that's okay. We did 160 damage and contributed in small ways to the win. So I'll take it. A win's a win. And I'm not going to say I, by any means, am that good. I play for fun. I think I'm half decent. So we just like to have fun here at Multiverse. Today we're doing our print and play. What you see is the very first Apex Hinge version 2 going down. We're doing this in high detail. We made some changes. And what this is the border around the whole project. So it's going to start now with the actual bottom. And then in the back is going to be the lid, the top. And so what it's doing now is laying down that very first layer of the bottom part of the model. And if we pull up our model real quick, we'll just pull over here. That's what it's printing first. So that's what you're going to see printing in the front. Right there. Which is pretty cool. Our hope is also that because it's printing the bottom first and then the top, it's got all its layers figured out. That first layer, all the filament is rolling through really good. And by that point, those hinges will turn out in much higher quality. So we're going to let this thing print. We'll put that down in the bottom corner. Oh, now this one needs flipped too. I'll figure it out one day. Kaboom. Yes. Down here in the bottom corner, you will see the 3D printer. I'm going to pull up some Apex. We're going to do a little bit of play while this prints. So thank you for tuning in to Print and Play with Multiverse. This is Multiverse Studio here, and we are just getting started. This is literally like one of dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of ideas I've had for this channel. I just now have the time to do it. So we're going to have some fun. And we're going to pull this back up here. And again, we mixed the Death Box from Johnny O on Thingiverse with the Nintendo Switch game holder to form our own Switch game holder that we're going to display out by our Switch. And here's the website where you can keep track of what I did so far and what's happening. You can pull up explanations. You can go over to the Twitch page and check out past videos. Of course, I post pictures on here and time lapses and things of what we're doing as well. So the website will continue to grow as we do this. I'm gonna actually, I need to bookmark this because this is my favorite jams. And we're gonna bookmark Multiverse up here too, so we can get to it super fast. And why don't we just pull, we'll pull Tinkercad up later. Okay, enough talking, more playing. Let's get back into Apex. Again, my name is, well, in the game it's Multiverse, just like this channel is. You can find me there. You can add me. We'll play some games. Hopefully we'll win like we just did a little bit ago. We were champions of the arena of Kings Canyon. I am going to make sure everything sounds and looks good. These are our, I think these are called Cloud 2s, HyperX. Oh my gosh. I've had these about 3 or 4 months now, and I highly recommend them. They feel good, they sound good. This isn't, I don't get paid at all for any of this. It costs me money. So anyways, these are awesome. This is what I'm using. I'm also using this Yeti mic here. I got an iMac running the whole show with Streamlabs OBS. I have a custom built PC that has a 1060 in it. 6 gig. That's what runs the games. And of course, I got this trusty MacBook over here that is running the 3D printing software and does a bunch of other random stuff for me as well. And let's get started here. In fact, let's get rid of these red things. Sure. Let's go back. Let's get, what does Bloodhound have here? Damage. Sure. Like I don't care about damage. Okay. It's always like in the tens of thousands, and like what does that matter? Okay. So let's do this. These two people are here, Rorona Zorro, 3DX2Y, and Stanley Ipkiss. Those were the champions of the last game. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I get that at the last second? I think I did. I think I did. Nope. Alright.
Golden and looten, amigo.
I do like that skin.
Come on, friend. Time to win.
Listen.
That's great.
Fight.
Okay. Here we go. Thanks for checking in. As you can see down there, we have the 3D printer printing the newest version
Is your champion.
of the Apex
It's the
Death
season
Box.
opening. It's really fun to do stuff.
I'm the jump master. This time.
Heck yeah, I'm the jump master. Let's do artillery.
Let's make a choice. Land here.
Oh boy, do you see that? The lag ski? Yeah. Me too. Hit it.
Dropping in. Hang on.
Ooh, that's bad. Look at that. Alright. We have one squad. Oh my gosh! You suck. Oof.
Round 1. Beginning ring count.
Next ring's not very close. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. I'm down.
Grappling.
Target.
Holy smokes, this is laggy.
Yeah, there's some laggy shit going on.
Thanks, friend. Sorry you lost.
Shoot. Well, good luck, Rylingu, and Simply F8. Oh, right on, thank you. There was just one Pathfinder by me.
I'm gonna go help him, then we'll get your respawn.
Yeah, no problem.
Or not.
Good try, man. Good game.
Multim3RSE says,
This way.
GG.
Yuck, that was gross. No one wants that. I'd rather have slow motion, Matrix style. I've played a few of those games. Those are fun. Alright. Continue. What time we got here? 2:48. We got time for some. Let me be right back. I'm going to check the door real quick. Make sure everything's set. I'll be right back. We'll pull up the 3D printer. While we're at it, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Alright. We are back. Let's pull up this. Let's let people know we want to be Pathfinder, not Wraith. Let's hit it. Okay. Alright. Thank you again for coming by, Multiverse. We are doing a print and play with Apex Legends. We have the version 3 of our print going right now. The hinged Apex Death Box that also holds Switch games. So, there you go. Of course, version 1 was the lift-off lid that holds Switch games, which is cool, and it works great. But I thought the hinge would be way cooler. So this we're going to put in the archives. This one we had a small problem with the hinge on the back not fully closing unless you really give it a... And that's probably just bad print settings. Or we could use better print settings for higher tolerances. And that'll end up on this print right here looking way better. And probably fitting way better. And that action would be nice and smooth. So here we go. We're going to pick favorite robot Pathfinder. The only robot. So he's by default our favorite. Ooh, he's got the golden octane as well.
Harder, faster, stronger.
Alright, here we go. This is a good group. 14 wins, 19 wins, 3 wins.
This is your champion.
Alright.
I'm the jump master. I won't let you down.
Oh, it's
except
doing it
by
again.
falling. This might be a good place to land.
Are you guys seeing that? Like, stutter?
Aria TM says, "What did you say?"
Oh, sorry. I was just asking if you guys felt this stutter lag. It keeps pausing on me.
I can't now.
Hold your breath.
Aria
If you
TM
have a
says,
respiratory system,
"Nah, I'm good here."
Get off. Alright. This might be a restart. My game type situation.
grappling.
What's happening?
Using grapple. Eva shotgun here.
Deploy an help drone.
Oh man, this is terrible.
Gotta hop up here. Jump.
Faster, faster, faster.
New kill leader appointed. Kill leader eliminated.
Show off.
Oh man, this hurts. This hurts. Whoa. Whoa. I'm not getting any drop frames on Twitch.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Show off.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Ready, set, go!
Half the squad's left. No time to be tired. Havoc here.
Do you see the map? We're spread out quite far.
Ceasefire here.
It's go time! One more minute, amigo. Ring's right there. So close. So close.
Team on
The
me.
ring is in close proximity. Less than 1 minute. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. Using grapple.
What do you think is over here?
Team, I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps.
Sorry, I was trying to lay my zip line.
The ring's moving, friends.
New kill leader appointed.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
It's go time!
Here I go.
Attention. Delivering care package.
226.
Looks like a care package is coming in. Big things in that.
Jump pad out! Firing! Ah! Oh, that hurt. Reloading. 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 That's all. Charging shields.
Reload. Enemy down. Grenade. Squad down.
Reloading. I killed the whole squad. Cool.
Nice work. Be proud.
Let's be honest. I'm the only real champion here.
Hostile close.
Healing. Oh, this is taking too long.
Oh my gosh. Holy smokes, that was rough. This has all been rough.
Target spotted. Listen up. I'm calling a lifeline package in. Getting shot at.
Taking fire.
my gosh.
Reloading. They're shooting at me.
Reloading. More enemies down.
Reloading. Healing. This is taking too long. Oh, I'm down. Oh, I actually got hit.
I'm the kill leader. We got this.
I got you, friend.
Nap time's over.
Just escape. 1 second.
Using meds. Come on, come on, come on. Charging up my shields.
Patching myself up a bit.
Healing.
Whew. Alright. This lag is killing me.
I am repairing myself.
Charging up my shields.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Using meds. Come on, come on, come on.
Wait for us.
Patching myself up a bit.
Healing. Ah, this is taking too long. Healing. This is taking too long.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Restricted.
Whoa, yes.
Only one other squad left.
Oh my god. My position resets every 4 seconds. This is awesome.
Warning. New movement in progress.
We're all inside the ring. Good. Might be something good this way.
Attention. Delivery care package.
That's over here.
Coming in.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Level 3.
Pick that up.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Copy on us.
They're shooting at me. I'm going in. I'm down. No way.
I'm spotted. Taking fire. I'm back out.
Good game. It sucked.
Multiv
Sorry.
3 RSE says. GG.
We have our Apex champions.
Everything was about 4 seconds off. Yeah. Good job, Headphono and Arreo. You guys were awesome. I couldn't help you at the end there. I'm surprised I even got any hits to register. Alright, here's what we are going to do. We're going to try something here. Just exit out of this. Exit out of that. Exit out of that. Now I'm curious what, let's just check our speed out right now. We're running at 60 megabit over here on Twitch. Alright, so I gotta go at 3. It's 3:10. Sorry about that last game. Janky connection. I'll, turn it off and turn it back on again. We're gonna try that. I will be back. We're gonna time-lapse version 3 here. And boom. And I'm excited to do so many cool things with everyone here. So thanks for checking out Apex Print and Play Part 3. I will catch you tomorrow when we see how this turns out. Have a great day. Thank you very much. And I will see you later. All right, peace.